Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan and welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate it. We are in a different environment filming for July 1st. This video is for all signs. It is a shared uh, reading for the collective. Therefore, if it fits, take it and utilize it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You're not doing anything wrong. For those of you that are new, every month I switch over decks. So we have 3 new decks that we're working with because I am traveling and I don't have my grounding stones. So a lot of this is going to be in the moment, trying to figure everything out. So just bear with me. Please check out the drop-down menu on any of my daily videos. That gives you house rules, what decks I'm working with, how to book a private reading, how to support the channel, all of that stuff. Easy ways to support the channel. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like my content. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I go live. I'm so tired, guys. Traveling takes it out of you. And so, and I didn't do this setup, and like I wasn't sure where I'd be filming, so we're just gonna make do with what we have. So just bear with me. Also, sharing the video out and leaving a question or comment is a great way to show support. So the decks that I'm working with this month, one of them I got off of Etsy, and it's called the White Tarot. And then we have the White Light Oracle as our Oracle deck. And then instead of the grounding stone, I have a third deck called the Hidden Truth Volume 2, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. And I don't know how this is all going to work, but we're just going to put it together and see what happens. So see what sort of messages come through for the month of July. So our first card out of date. This deck is a little bit thin. It shuffles a little strange, I'll be honest. It's just kind of weak, the card stock. Is King of Pentacles. Still with that Pentacles energy, and it's interesting to me. This says leadership, prosperity, and abundance. I love this lion, although I associate lion with Leo and the idea of fire. This King of Pentacles, to me, he's facing the future. He's looking at sort of, kind of in the present, sort of he's faced towards the future, but he's also aware of the present. To me, the King of Pentacles is the master manifester. He's earthbound energy. We've seen a lot of Pentacles energy. We saw a lot of that 5 of Pentacles early on last week about setback, heartbreak, looking at things that maybe no longer serve us, letting them go or transforming them in some ways. This King of Pentacles feels serious to me. I believe our last card from yesterday, because I pre-filmed all the way through June to get all of the grounding stones in before traveling. So I believe the last card was the Page of Pentacles when I watched it this morning. The Page has now maybe grown up into the King as we begin July 1st. The King of Pentacles is like I said, the master manifester. The thing that we want, the thing that we're trained on or that we're looking at, we can make happen through strength, perseverance, dedication, discernment, grounding, a level of, I don't know if seriousness is the right word, but definitely dedication would be the right word. Really committing to making it happen. That power within us helps us to not only see it, but then like kind of bring it in, right? And to me, that's sort of the position that he's in with this face. Like he's 3/4 turned, right? You guys know how I read. Sometimes when the subject matter of the card is facing us dead on, it's about the present moment. This to me is about a mixture of both the present of where we're at and the future of where we want to be. And really looking at that and deciding, how do I bring my ship in? How do I work around this? And yesterday's page maybe was more focused on the past with that elephant. He was a little bit, I wouldn't say discombobulated, but maybe unsure of himself. Today, on the 1st of July, we should be feeling a little bit more sure, at least as to where we want to go and how we want to get there. Now, we may have to adapt in the moment, but keep your focus, yes, on the future, but not so far in the future that you're losing sight of what's going on in the present. The King of Pentacles is not going to make any moves rashly. He's not going to make impulsive decisions. He's going to be more measured, and this is something I need to hear, to be honest. He's going to be more measured and careful about how he makes his decisions and takes his steps, right? He's giving sort of whatever his desires are or whatever it is that he's looking towards trying to achieve, it's due respect in the creation of it. Does that make sense? Where to me, sometimes the air fire sign kings would be a little bit more leap before you look kind of thing, right? The King of Pentacles, no. He's going to be like, is now the right time? Is this the right step? Will this get me closer? So I feel very steady with this energy, and I think that that's a good thing. I think that we should feel in control, capable, powerful, intelligent, full of earthly manifesting wisdom in a way, and allow that to be our guide, allow that to lead us. I hope that makes sense, and I hope it's resonating for you guys. Now let's go to the White Light Oracle, see what card comes out there. And underneath this, remember, we have that Temperance from the Sunday reading, which will be in the bottom left-hand corner at the end of this video. You can reference that. Temperance is about maintaining that balance. It's also associated with Sagittarius, which would connect to this Leo symbol of fire energy in a way, that desire, that spiritual desire, but manifesting it at the earth level, right? Making it materialize, being patient and taking the time and steps and dedication to make that happen. So we have Deer of Delta, 26. I have no idea what that means. I do love that her third eye is lit up. I do love that she looks nurturing to me. There's a connection here. I believe Delta waves are about, there's Alpha, Beta, and I think Delta. And Delta are like the most peaceful, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. So there is a peace and a nurturing that's happening here with this, this mother and child. There's something here that I feel like we might be nurturing. There's a nice masculine, feminine aspect happening here too of the King of Pentacles and then this beautiful female deer. This 8 here, 8s are about maintaining that balance. And that keys back into the Sunday's reading card of Temperance, right? Maintaining that balance and keeping everything together. Today would be Thursday. I'm filming this a little bit early, or actually I'm filming this, one day early. So this should be Thursday's reading. I don't even know what day it is. When I'm traveling, I'm like lost. But so this Deer of Delta is about maintaining that balance, keeping that dedication with the king there, and then moving towards what we want, almost not only like physically, right? But also intuitionally. Like, how do we connect in there to make it happen? So let me read you, because these are all about waves. There's like Theta of Venus. Interesting. These are fairly long stories, but I'm going to read it to you anyways. Deer of Delta. Without any force, you can overcome even extreme negativities. Your real nature is gentle, which is wonderful in its own unique way. You do not need to become something you are not. Ooh. You can confidently and effectively invoke spiritual protection from the like. You can never be dominated or bullied at a spiritual level because the real you is always empowered and protected in the light. Temperance, guys, keep that balance. Some things can only happen when we let go of the deepest inner level. Regenerative healing is one of them. Shamans of old understood that to obtain transformational awareness, oh God, we're going to have a weird July, guys. One has to sever themselves from the world as one knows it, to unlearn what one once knew, to be reborn. In that rebirth, a new understanding and vitality, clarity, and purpose can emerge. The shamanic realm is the realm of the delta brainwave, the state of deep sleep. Here, one is completely unconscious. There's temporary paralysis at this level, which allows for the deepest healing and renewal. Here, the gateway to the universal mind is entered, and the precious recalibrating treasures of healing are gained. In Delta, we surrender completely to a great and powerful intelligence far beyond our understanding. At 0 hertz to 4 hertz, delta waves are the slowest and most stabilizing of the brain waves. It's interesting as I read this, we've been seeing all of this slow Pentacles energy too, guys. This is the state in which the body recovers from injury and the brain has a chance to check off its list of deferred repairs and healing and restore optimal function. This includes the capacity to learn and the healthy functioning of the immune system physically and also emotionally. So we are not contaminated or confused by the emotional or psychic workings of the world around us. This oracle brings guidance that the healing you need cannot come from logical sources, but requires a deep letting go and restructuring from within. Consider what practices and people could help facilitate this process in your life. Consider how you may value and encourage deep restorative sleep and regular retreats as part of your lifestyle. The Greek nymph Tegere called upon her beloved goddess Artemis to protect her from unwanted advances from a powerful suitor. In response, the goddess transformed Tegere into a doe so she could be safe from harm. Tegere, it's Tegete maybe, teaches us that we can become vulnerable like the gentle deer in the spiritual sanctuary of our devotion, protected by a greater source. Then there is no need to become aggressive or harsh or defend ourselves from the aggression of another. We can let go and allow ourselves to be held. This is a way to ward off negativities without needing to disconnect from our softness and grace. Even if you are dealing with intense negativities from a particularly powerful opponent, Deer of Delta encourages you to call for spiritual intervention with complete confidence in the grace that will instantly and consistently be bestowed. Your strength and power can flow from your spiritual connection. If you have been advised to toughen up, you are encouraged to instead remain true to yourself and find your strength within. The healing process. Be seated somewhere comfortable. If you are a visual person, you can follow the visualization below, allowing the symbols to enter into your soul without having to analyze or interpret them. If you are more of a feeling person, read the description below aloud, noticing any emotions or sensations that arise as you do so, and allowing them to soak into your soul without needing to analyze or interpret them. To prepare yourself, connect consciously with your breath as it flows in and out. Allow the breath to become deeper and more complete, calming and centering you in the present moment. You may place a hand over your heart to connect with your inner essence. Relax. Allow yourself to become receptive at a heart level, open and willing to take in some symbolic nourishment to empower, protect, and heal you. When you are ready, read and visualize or feel the following description. You are at the edge of a green forest on a mild spring day. Sunlight filters softly through the canopy, creating a golden haze. A small clearing is illuminated by a diffusive light. There, a sweet doe gently nuzzles at some grasses. She is peaceful and intent upon her task. The scene exudes a feeling of tranquility. You see that tranquility as a field of energy. It is a protective bubble of light that encapsulates the deer and keeps her safe. You have the sense that even though she may appear to be alone, she is protected by an invisible field of grace. Despite her apparent vulnerability, you feel safety and power around Spirit Deer. She survives and thrives whilst being in her own true nature. Rest in this visualization or feeling for as long as you choose. If you wish to do so, allow that feeling of gentleness and safety to emerge from within your own heart and envelop you in a bubble of protective spiritual light as you drift into a deeper rest or even sleep. When you are ready to emerge, place both hands at your heart. Allow yourself time to fully enter the here and now. Ground and hydrate yourself. You have completed your healing process. So I love that. Let me go to the hidden truth. This is about maintaining and really deeply connecting to that temperance card that underpins this, guys. And then also standing in the strength and magnitude of that. That is the King of Pentacles, right? Where yesterday we may not have felt quite so safe to be, at peace with our vulnerabilities, but today we can be, right? And we can know them. There's a definite knowing with that doe's sixth chakra being lit up like that. She's in this place and even her eyes are closed. Like, she's not allowing her environment to indicate to her who she is. She's letting her knowing beam out into the environment and feeling sort of safe, if that makes sense. She's certainly protected by that King of Pentacles. So we can protect ourselves and keep ourselves safe. Now, let's go to this Hidden Truth deck. And this deck just interests me. It's a little bit like twin flamey, but we'll see what the messages say and how they come out to play. And these are going to be in place of our grounding stone this month because I couldn't travel with a bag of rocks. That was just like ridiculous. So I was like, I need to find a deck that will give us a small bit of information similar to the grounding stone that we can kind of ground in. So 2 came out when I cut the deck and I lifted it up. 1 was staying down and it says, "You inspire me." And then the other one that was at the cut of the deck is, "I miss hearing your voice." So I'm going to use both of these only because the power of this King of Pentacles and this Is it Deer of Delta? Is that truth and vulnerability? That's the voice that we miss hearing from within. The inspiration should be that we are who we are. We are powerful beyond measure. And even when we're in that state of grace and vulnerability, we're actually more powerful, if that makes any sense. I've always said all the way along that the truest form of strength is found in vulnerability. Although we live in a world that doesn't necessarily set us up for that or doesn't teach us that or train that within us, I truly believe that when I am in my heart chakra or in my feels and I able to share that, I'm really at my strongest point because I don't have my walls up. Does that make sense? Oy. This trip has been a little intense, guys, so just bear with me. But I will say this voice is the voice from within. This voice is that quiet voice of temperance, that transformative, like angelic voice that is within. You know, yesterday's grounding stone and the last grounding stone for June was the angel, and I'm going to keep that for this week. So call upon your angels, call upon your guides, call upon your own higher self to tap in and help you to inspire yourself to create what it is you're looking for. That is your forecast. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.